This video is dedicated to White History Month in the United States of America, and it is designed to help the color code white to learn about their history, to be recognized by the browns and the blacks and the native, to be recognized by the rest of the world, to be recognized by the English and by the Canadians and all the enemies of the United States of America, to be to be recognized by them. So yes, it is designed to recognize the color code white and why they can call themselves I am white and I am American. I want to talk about the reason why, and the reason why is pretty simple. It's called the War of 1812. The War of 1812 actually happened because the whites, the real whites, they actually dress red, kidnap United States of America sailors. Basically, in Europe, they were fighting the French, the Spanish, and the English, and the Russians, and everybody was fighting. It's called the Napoleonic Wars. So they were fighting, and of course, the English, they small island, and they have to be predators to increase their sizes. So that is exactly what they did. Exactly what they did, and during the Napoleonic Wars, they did it during World War I and World War II. They steal manpower from their colonies. They need colonies to be powerful. By themselves, they are zeros. So they decided exactly that. They're going to steal manpower from the United States of America. At this point, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm not quite sure, the President of the United States of America asked Congress to declare war of England, and Congress did say we're going to war, and they attacked Canada, because remember, the Canadians are English. They are English subjects, and the Canadians put up a fight and say, no way, you Yanks are going to come in here. So the war started there during, throughout the Great Lakes and the Canadian border. Basically, you so far with me. These people are actually the whites, the English. The English call themselves colors. The English are dressed red to impress people. So during all this, they burned the White House. They came into the United States of America and sailed up the Potomac, and they burned Washington D.C. completely. They destroy our cities. And the President of the United States of America have to run away from the White House and seek shelter. During all these happenings, the English were in the Gulf of Mexico, and they wanted to control the Gulf of Mexico. Not only the Gulf of Mexico, the Mississippi River. And that who controlled the Mississippi River to this day, and control the Gulf of Mexico to this day, and control the Caribbean islands to this day, and control the isthmus in the American continent, Panama and Mexico and so on. Colombia, of course, they all changed names and all that, but who control that geography will be king of the world. And the English wanted to be kings of the world. So they attack New Orleans. They have several forts and they have several skirmishes and so on, and they finally got a hold of some places down there, and they have to ship their ships near near New Orleans, Pontchartrain, the Lake Pontchartrain. You can actually go there today and see all this. So the President of the United States of America and Congress sent down there Andrew Jackson to figure out how to defend the United States of America. Now you have to understand that at this point, Napoleon has sold the territory to the United States of America. So this territory, they have been Spanish and French, now is part of the United States of America. Because Napoleon illegally sold it to the United States of America. It's kind of confusing because actually it's a European war. But it involves us, like every European war involves us. And that is the reason the United States was created. Not to be white, but to be the United States of America, a balance to this madness. So you understand is that Napoleon Bonaparte invaded the Iberian Peninsula and took the kingdom hostage, and he implanted his brother to be a king, and all this craziness going on. He attacked the Germans and Egypt. I mean, this is really crazy going on. It's the first world war. That is in my opinion what I call it. I call it the Napoleonic Wars and the War of the Spanish Succession, the first wars worldwide. So not to make a long story short, so you whites can understand, because I understand your situation, that you are very uneducated and you are very primitive. You whites up there in northern Georgia and southern Georgia and Tennessee. Guys, they actually tells me they are going to send me in a pine box back to Spain. You know, I understand that you are weak and you are fearful, and I think you ought to be. Because I'm going to tell you why. Because when the whites dressed in reds finally landed, Mr. Jackson was able to express himself and tell the population, and this population of United States of America, I plurium unum, they were people from all over the world. There were people from the African tribes. There were people from the Iberian tribes. There were people from the French tribes. There were pirates. There were native from this land. The Shawks. The Shawks were there. Today you can go to their casinos right there where they fought. So remember, there was a guy named Esteban Rodriguez Miro. And Esteban Rodriguez Miro tried to increase the town, the city of New Orleans, to make it better. And he started drilling all these ditches. And these ditches were to get the water out of the surroundings. And they have a dish called the Rodriguez dish, or the Rodriguez Bayou. So Mr. Jackson, Andrew Jackson, to make the name correctly, Mr. General Andrew Jackson decided this is where we're going to fight. We're going to fight right here on this Rodriguez dish. That is the best emplacement that we can get. So they fortify the landscape right there at the ditch, at Rodriguez dish, Esteban Rodriguez Miro's dish. So when the English came, long story short, they wiped them out. Just as simple as that. And guess what? Not a single of them will call themselves, will assign themselves whites or browns or Hispanicals or nothing. They identify themselves as warriors for a good cost, for the cost of the United States of America being defended from these tyrannical people. They try to destroy our country. They try to remove our nationals, to include them in the army to fight a European war. against Napoleon. So as you see, it was not a war about the United States of America. These people fought not to be white, not to tell you that you are white. And now you are calling yourself whites, and you out there in Georgia are sending people to our house, secret house of government, calling themselves white nationalists. That is insane. You don't know who you are. So this video is dedicated to those people who want to put people in pine box. They are actually killers, and send them back to Spain. Without the Spaniards, without the French, without the native, you will be a slave, an English slave on the ship someplace, because that is how they're looking at you. They're not looking at you as an equal. No, they look at you as a subject. To this day, right now, you can go and see it. Mr. Biden, Joe Biden, the President of the United States of America, he is right now in the United Kingdom and Northern Ireland, because remember, the Irish attack us too. And you can see how they treat the President of the United States of America like a puppy, like look at this guy, he's a colonial. And he is actually taking it all in, calling us Americans. And the American people is going to give the world. No, he's talking about the whites, the people who actually want to be white English with the red coat. And that is what we will defend. We will defend the Constitution of the United States of America against all enemies. E plurium unum is in the seal of the United States of America. The facets are in the House of Representatives. The águila is in the House of Representatives. The stars are in the House of Representatives. The United States of America flag is in the House of Representatives. Those are our symbols. Those are the symbols that we will fight for. And we will educate you that the people who saved the United States of America from a British invasion, for completely annihilation of this nation, was the originals of the United States of America. The people from Mexico, the people from Cuba, the people from Colombia, the people from Venezuela, the people from Puerto Rico, the people from Spain, the people from France, the people of France, and pirates. They learn that with the English, you have no chance. They will never accept you as one, as equal. They always will look at you as a subject. As simple as that. And I refuse to be a subject of anyone. I refuse to be a color. I refuse to be color code. And I refuse to be called bald people, to be called brown, to be called speak, to be called wetback, to be called all these names. But the very people that my ancestors and I saved. It is as simple as that. Do not forget that the capital of the United States of America, burned by the English red coat whites, is named after Cristobal Colon, a city named George Washington, that represent all that is great in this nation. So you whites out there, this is for you. This is you through history. Stop calling yourself whites. Stop calling yourself colors and calling other people colors. Stop trying to treat people. You are not strong. We are the strong ones. You are weak. Nothing but weakness. And that is the reason that you accept all these colors to make yourself feel good. But the reality is the opposite. You are an ignorant. Nothing but an ignorant. I can assure you that you don't know right now what 3 plus 3 multiply by 3 plus 3 more is. Or you don't know what 1/2 with a negative 3 exponent is. But you look at me right now as your enemy. I can assure you when I call you out that you are there in Tennessee calling people, threatening people with their lives, sending them back in boxes. Your very land is named after that man that dug the ditch that saved the United States of America. The Rodriguez Bayou. Middle County, Tennessee, Middle County, North Carolina, named after that man that dug the ditch. So analyze that. Saludos to the United States of America, and saludos to those who died for the United States of America in their creation. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Saludos.